About time reading a chapter that actually made you feel good, besides the Toriko chapter. I am so upset right now. What is it with people that wanting to read despair? I mean, I'm seriously asking, why do people like that? We have entered into an era that we do not, with full of despair right now, and people still embrace despair. At least we finally get some action packing. We didn't get any answers, and in fact, we got even more questions. Are they any good questions? No, they are. We only got more and more confusing. Do I dislike this chapter? Not at all. Although, still a little bit sad that it's only Finral and the Vanessa with Aster there. Hi, for those who are watching, is the angry anime fan, the despair reviewer, or nihilist reviewer, whatever, to bring you the chapter 86 of Black Clover. The one-dimensional Fana. We see a little bit more of her past, which is, for me, by the way, creating a very huge confusion. Now I'm even more curious than ever. Who the hell is Fana? I mean, there have been tons of evidence, and in fact, even the end of this chapter further hinted that Fana is the same Fana that sacrificed her life when she fought Mars. But now I'm actually beginning to ask myself, what, are you telling me this is not that kind of Fana? Because I'm seriously asking this. How does she know Lich? Moreover, if she's not human like the other, just like Vet and stuff like that, I want to know, who are you? And who is Mars? I mean, were they orphans stolen from that people and country and then brought into Diamond Kingdom to, create this? Too many confusion. Either way, turns out, of course, also that Fana's salamander is, of course, the strongest among the four major spirits. Yeah. Keep on bringing it. Keep on bringing despair in order to hype up the characters and bring us so much danger. But it was used for many military purpose. But Aster, being Aster, can hurt the salamander, so he begins to fight, and of course, with his never giving up, we always giving hope. But Fana is still drowning in hatred. But for the first time, Asta actually wants to ask them, why do you hate us so much? And that is actually a question I too want to know. Why do you hate us so much? You basically just do the exact same thing the humans did to you. But this chapter seems to hint it's a little bit more a bit than that. As they continue to fighting, and Asta putting Fana in a special lock, he screams at her, why can't we come to an understanding? And then we see the past, and there is where my big confusion is going. Are you saying Mars or Fana came from this place where Lich came from, and that's how they know Lich, or something else? Because we saw a picture of a man, a strange young man, that said something like, take care of my sister. I thought that was Vet as a young one, which it probably was, but now it seems to imply that no, that wasn't the case. Lich once upon a time had a human friend, a mysterious guy that was a magic knight. Do not know from which country though, but very likely from Clover. He apparently was a friend of Lich and very different, and he believed things would come to an understanding. But then humans attacked their place, which the same light magic similar to Lich use, and the only one who knew of their place were that guy, and thus they attacked, and so Fana's jewel cracks, and she also shows a third eye. So, and then comes the picture of that. Turns out she also has a third eye, so this confirms my theory that every member of the third eye do indeed have a magical third eye. And then she can use crystal magic, the exact same magic as Mars is doing. So yeah, the evidence that they are related just got stronger, but now I am as I said at the beginning of this chapter, seriously asking if they are related, then how the hell are they related to Lich? None of this makes sense to me. Or is it something like Fana has another spirit inside her and that's why she talks like that? Nah, it's not like that. Maybe it's more like, I mean, we saw two children holding that man's hand, so it could very likely that that is Fana and Mars. So maybe once their country was exterminated, they were captured by humans and taken to that place. Still doesn't explain though why Fana was so happy, then wanted to see the outside world and then became like this. So yeah, I mean, I'm only more confused. The Salamander grow stronger as Vanaya says that will you be able to live through my intense hatred as it grows into a monstrous monster and they keep on but they're fighting but Aster being Aster saying I guess I have to use my finishing mood. Does Aster even have one? Yeah, that's a good question. Does Aster even have a finishing move? But if this fight goes on quicker than Vet, then I have no problem with that. I mean, as we have said in many things, Fana is one-dimensional and not exactly a character I like right now because I sincerely just want to know, is she all hatred? And yeah, she is all hatred. And given to the fact that right now, and speaking of which, there's been a lot of hatred out in the real world right now, and that is not so. This reading all about this hatred is not exactly helping the case, you know. But unlike the other artists, we cannot blame this one. So, so what kind of finishing move will Asta do? Will he finish this in one chapter? Who knows? Moreover, who is that mysterious man that was Lich's friend? Did he really betray the the people? I mean, if he did, then it's no wonder Lich's people became so fixated in despair and hatred. Still, I want to know why. Why would he betray doing that? Was it because, just like many other, he feared them and was only manipulating them? Probably. But did look like a sincere man. So, all in all, this chapter just brought more questions than answers. But do give me your thoughts if you have any.